Man, Good morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Today is the first day of the Daily Digest week. Today we are going to have, I don't know if it's Mr. or Doctor, but I'll just say talking about Pierce of the PDP. Today the president is in town, so you know what happens when that happens. And so he's on his way. He's very close here. I just called in, the traffic is something else. If you really don't have something doing on Victoria Island, the president is going to be on somewhere around the hotel and NIA. So you can imagine the kind of bedlam that we're going to have to go through. So Tukumba Pierce will join us at some point. I don't want to take the risk of starting with him on telephone because our telephones can be one kind sometimes. In the meantime, you probably want to know what is likely to happen during the week. Tomorrow, of course, we will have Dear Bumi. Tomorrow we are going to have Dear Bumi, and on Thursday we have Kola Abiola. Kola Abiola, when Babangida launched his book, I asked him for his reaction, and he said when the time is appropriate, he will let me have his reaction. So he just called me late last week and said, I'm now ready with my reactions. I said, okay, we'll take him on Thursday. So we'll have Kola Abiola on Thursday. On Friday, we are going to have a lady who wrote a novel, a young lady who wrote a Zainab. She wrote a novel, and it's quite interesting. I tried to read through it. I don't know, my eyes are lazy these days. I just moved house, and I moved boxes of books. At one point, I was almost inclined to want to throw them away. That I don't have, I get so lazy. But something said, keep them. Your grandsons might be able to make good money out of these books in future. So I said, okay, I'll keep them. And lo and behold, she turned up with a book. I've tried to find the time to read. Not that it's not interesting, but it's just me. There's too many distractions. And I'm one of those who is addicted to his phone. My phone is always... How do you feel, for example, when you're going out and you leave your phone at home? I don't want to say that it's like leaving your spouse out of your life, but sometimes it could feel worse than that. Without a phone, I feel completely naked. Even whilst I'm on air, you find me occasionally, I want to know what's going on. But the world will not come to an end if you don't have your phone with you. Anyway, so we are going to have the author on Friday. Then on Saturday, we are going to have a good friend of mine. His name is Ibi Shofekun. Ibi is one of the crazy friends I have who is like a twin brother. Why do I say that? I think I'm a bit crazy too. People say I don't even do things expected of people my age and so on and so forth. And I said, well, that's the way God created me. But I thought I was crazy until Libby told me his story. And I've always known Libby as a biker. Okay, I've always known, in my generation, a lot of us as students had bikes. I'm not one of those. I'm a car freak, But they've had bikers. And you didn't have to be rich to have... let me tell you on the secret that quite a number of us took students' loan at that time. And the students' loan then was 1,500. You're laughing. 1,500 in those days will buy you a Beetle. Albeit second hand, it will be like a 3-4-year-old Beetle. Not all these 10-year, 20-year vehicles that you're buying now. A 3-4-year Beetle you get for one. Because a brand new Beetle then was about 3,000. I still bought a Passat in my lifetime. I bought a Passat for 11,500. I bought it from Volkswagen of Nigeria directly, but it was passed through a dealer. I've forgotten the name of the dealer, big time dealer. They're not Mandelas, some other company like that. Anyway, the story that we will hear on Saturday is, can you guess what? If I say somebody was my friend and classmate, that makes him a minimum age of 67, because I'm 70. Ibi is 69. Do you know what Ibi wants to do? Ibi wants to ride from Europe back to Africa. on bike. Ibi has the ambition to cross. He says he has been to the Sahara Desert. But Ibi, in what I will call a suicidal move, has the ambition to cross the Sahara. In fact, when he told me this, I didn't know who to call. I first of all thought, should I call Fredo Shibogun? I said, should I call Tokumbo Adetayo? Should I call Sheyi Odunton? These are all of us were the same gang of people. Should I call Femi Shomati? Who will I call to stop Ibi? Should I call his son? I said, no, maybe not. His son will be just as bad as him in that aspect. Anyway, so I decided, Ibi, come, let me even hear your story. Maybe we will have one or two listeners who can convince Ibi not to do it, but I tell you not to bother. Ibi is very determined. If I told him, he said, if it's the last thing he does, he's doing it to raise awareness for the boy child. Ibi is a biker. The day he came here, everything went to a standstill at the security post. You know, one thing about radio houses, newspapers, is that you have one celebrity or the other who will show up and everything will just stand still. Usually we have all these young musicians or whatever, they will show up with escorts, all kind of police, bouncer. There was even one day, I'll never forget that day. He came to Wazobia. He had an interview with Nedu then in Wazobia. It turned out that all these bouncers and whatever, I think they were hired hands. Apparently there's a company that can hire you a jeep, a bouncer, escort policeman, all combined, and a uniform chauffeur. So the guy just wanted to trend. I don't know if he finished paying, but I have a funny feeling that they must have dropped him at a bus stop nearby. He can't take down Fogo. And I remember that they came with this policeman then, and I think the man had a firearm. So they threw them out of this because we don't allow. You can't go beyond our gates with the firearm. Anyway, so we are going to have Dubi Ibi on Saturday, and we're going to hear how a 69-year-old, in fact, by the time he gets himself fully organized, I'm sure he might be celebrating his 70th somewhere in the desert. Can you believe what happened? Will anybody guess what happened? He asked me, would I like to ride along? Would I like to come along with him? That'll be fun. Which kind of fun? Look, okay, there is nothing for you to inherit. So if you think I'll die on the job. I'm glad to announce that Mr. Pierce is here. We'll give him just 1 minute to sit down and relax. We'll take a tiny break, just a quick break, for him to relax and put on all what we're going to put on him. And we'll be right back. Just give us just 1 minute, we'll be right back.
It's all about Nigeria
and the rest of the world.
I am not very happy at all because of the situation of my country. But the people responsible for that, can they be brought to book? And that is why sometimes I say it's like Nigeria encourage terrorism.
99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
In the midst of it all.
In the midst of it all.
We talk to inform.
Talking about politicians, I have a story on Knox Trail closure of broadcast stations by Zamfara government.
Be part of the conversation round the clock.
These guys, everything is interwoven.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Be part of the system that shares.
The station where you matter.
To you watching live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3 Lagos. Thank you for always tuning. We appreciate your time.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, we're right back, and Mrs. Tokubo Pierce walked in with a cap that says Makinde 2027, and we started having an argument immediately. And that's where we'll take our discussion from. Thank you very much. In spite of all the traffic and the problem we had last week, you finally made it. But something tells me that you'll come again, because some of the issues we'll talk about, we need to handle thoroughly. What is the meaning of this cap, Makinde 2027? Is Seyi Makinde running for presidency?
Seyi Makinde is running for president in the PDP.
Yes.
What has that got to do with Tinubu in APC?
No, let me tell them what I told you.
Exactly.
This is a Tinubu plot. This is a Tinubu plot because this man, as a PDP governor, supported APC and Tinubu 2 years ago.
Yes.
So what has changed?
What has changed?
What has changed in their relationship?
What has changed is this. When governor was running for re-election,
yes,
he had already committed himself
yes,
to fighting Atiku. They had that problem.
Yes.
So what was left? Tinubu was the one that we were going to support, and Tinubu and him, they had an agreement. Tinubu helped him to win re-election. He helped Tinubu to win presidency in Oyo State. That was the deal. That deal is over now.
Did he have an expiration date?
Pardon?
Did he, after Tinubu helped him win re-election, did he have a...
Jimmy,
so he now wants to run against...
You know politics.
Yes.
For goodness sake, that has nothing to do with anything. Politics is dynamic. Today you are my friend, tomorrow you are not my friend. It's like Wike saying he's a friend to Makinde. Yes, they were friends last month, 2 months, 3 months ago, last year. Not now. Things have happened that have separated them and made them adversaries. That's life. That is life. Jimmy, believe it. The last time I was here,
yes,
I caught you on a big error.
Yes.
I told you that Buhari was not supporting restructuring. You said he was. I told you that I read a 2-page interview in Punch newspaper. I am telling you now that Makinde will run for president in PDP. Let Tinubu run for president in APC. What has that got to do with it?
Wait a minute. So wait.
That's different from governorship election.
Calm down. What are the dynamics? What are the dynamics that Makinde is depending on? He thinks he will win the election even if he's a PDP candidate.
Listen,
It educates me now.
Jimmy, politics is very straightforward.
Yes.
When it comes to who gets the ticket. In PDP, we have to have a candidate, right?
Right.
APC will have their own. Maybe Labour will have their own, and so on. In PDP, as we stand now, in Nigeria, Makinde is the best performing governor. His record and his integrity is intact. And the alliances he has
By
built
whose measurement is he the best governor?
Well, I have read so many.
I mean, we can't go by your measurement.
Well,
it will be the best to you. But if you can tell me by what measurement.
There are so many blogs, so many people commenting, so many interviews, many people
but these things are usually arranged. I mean, the media.
Well,
now.
if that is the case, so let it be.
Okay.
So what else are you going to use to judge?
You tell me.
There's nothing else to judge.
I didn't say
there is nothing
somebody was
else
the best governor
to judge except what is in the media. Whether it's paid for or not paid for, that is not the issue. What is in the media is the only thing we can use to judge.
Excuse me. Do you think if Makinde is a PDP candidate for president, he has a chance of winning? Do you think?
Jimmy, as far as I'm concerned.
I know, but
I was a spokesperson for Atiku.
Yes.
And I can tell you some of the reasons why Atiku couldn't win that election.
Granted.
Those problems that Atiku had, let me give you a few of them. One, Everywhere we went to campaign for Atiku, and we said Atiku will restructure Nigeria, which is the main reason I was with him.
Yes.
People told me the problem we had for Atiku was people said no Fulani man will restructure Nigeria because the way Nigeria is beneficial to them.
Mm-hmm.
One problem. Second problem, people said, why are you campaigning for a Fulani man when Buhari, another Fulani man, has destroyed Nigeria? Second problem. Third problem, Obasanjo, Atiku's boss, was hell-bent. And when Obasanjo, your boss, says you're a crook, you're a thief, blah, blah, it's so difficult to defend. All those negatives, those problems that Atiku had, Makinde doesn't have them. The only problem Makinde has is what you are bringing up, that at one point in time, he supported Tinubu. That is a deal for him. That is something that benefited.
Is that what politics about the deal for him? He supported the candidate of another party.
He shouldn't be.
In an election.
He shouldn't be. But that happened. Now we are looking at...
And we shouldn't think about that.
No.
If we are supporters of the PDP, it shouldn't matter to us.
No. We are talking about today. Okay?
Today we reflect on yesterday.
Look.
Certainly.
Politics is about moving forward. Yesterday was yesterday. If Makinde wins the primaries and becomes the candidate of the PDP, he will become the next president of Nigeria because we are running against a defunct administration. We are running against an administration that has destroyed Nigeria's economy, destroyed our security, destroyed our unity. This administration is a carryover and even worse than Buhari. Therefore, we are running against the APC. We are with the people. And we are going to salvage Nigeria from this defunct presidency. Now, so that's all it's all about. It's not about whether he can win. How do you know? Somebody was telling me on a radio show yesterday, he said he cannot win. I said,
No, I didn't say that.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say that.
You see,
Nigeria is a country of surprises because I'm surprised. I'm asking myself, where does the Southeast, where would we expect the Southeast to stand on this if you had an Obasanjo, you had a Tinubu, you had an Oshibajo? I am one of those who believe that if we were going to quell some ideas and innuendos about Nigeria, I would rather support a candidate from the Southeast.
Listen.
Sure, because the question people will be asking is, you've had Obasanjo for 8 years. You had Oshibaju for 8 years.
Oshibaju was never president, please.
He was vice president. It's very close.
But
okay. So you've had Obasanjo for 8 years. You've had Tinubu for 4. I personally, given the Nigerian structure, would gladly, you've had from the South House, would gladly support a candidate. So I'm wondering what Makinde will be premising his whatever for victory.
See what you are saying?
Yes.
About Southeast had it.
Yes.
Southwest had it. And
yes.
all that. That is totally not politics. You know why?
Why?
If somebody from Southeast wants to win presidency,
yes,
he has to win the ticket of a major party. Right? Are you going to give him the ticket? We don't give people tickets.
You have to fight for it.
You campaign and you come and contest. If you win, look at Obi now. The best thing Obi can do is to come back to PDP. If you are talking about...
If Obi comes to PDP, would you be one of those to tell Makinde to step down for him?
No. I don't tell anybody to step down for anybody.
Okay.
And I tell you something.
Yes.
Even if Makinde steps down for him, it doesn't mean he's going to win.
Of course not.
There
are no guarantees in this job.
Look, if you want the ticket, come and contest for it. If he wants to run in Labour, let him contest in Labour and let us see what happens.
Okay, we're going to take a short break because it's 9:24, 20 seconds. When we come back, I'll continue with Mr. Are you Mr. or Doctor, by the way?
I am a PhD in English.
Doctor, yes, also doctor.
I always put PhD behind my doctorate.
So that they won't think that you're a native doctor.
And they would think I am one of these doctors who bought their certificate in a store in Cameroon.
In Chicago.
Toronto.
All right, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
No more stress, we above the flex. Future, no regrets. I invest, not show connect. Grow your wealth, no delay. I invest, only on the future. I invest, your money never darling. I invest, watch your savings rising. I invest, no time to waste.
Are you tired of chasing the bag? It's time to get it right away with iInvest, Nigeria's leading platform for wide varieties of financial products. You can access fixed deposits, treasury bills, equities, and more right at your fingertips. Visit i-investng.com today to get started. iInvest is powered by Parthian Partners, a SEC-regulated capital market operator. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Please consult with an investment advisor.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Oh, what did happen now? No bonus for all my line.
No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain? It's Toby Chio. My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring, powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
Mama, if you see how to screw up that toilet, it clean.
If it look clean, but if you no use Hypo toilet cleaner, germs go still yakpa.
Don't grieve for germs. Protect your toilets every day with Hypo toilet cleaner. Hypo go Hypo.
Did you know?
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 Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew.
Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast into their wine for good health. Hence, why we raise a toast.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening. Only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, Mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further. Milo.
The world is changing and opportunities are everywhere. The question is, are you ready to seize them? For far too long, we have been conditioned to think within the constraints of geographical borders, created by man. An example is Nigeria. But let me tell you something profound. You are part of the world, not just one nation. You don't just live in Nigeria, you live in the world. It's time to break free, look beyond borders, and seek opportunities that span the globe. You need a world view. The world is open for business, and the opportunities are endless. It's time to think global. It's time to trade global. Visit hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play Store or App Store to get started today.
Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back. You're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I still have Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce, PhD English.
You know, I was at University of Lagos for 12 years.
University of Lagos, yes.
You can't be a lecturer, senior lecturer in the university if your PhD is not bona fide.
I mean, know that. You don't need to prove anything. We already know that. Okay, so back to the discussions we are having. What is the state of the PDP now as we speak? Because just before we came on air, Sheriff and I were telling you that our own perception is that the PDP is crumbling.
Okay. Why do you think that the PDP
It's
is
because
crumbling?
of the number of your prominent politicians who are passing over to APC.
Okay. Those prominent people,
including Jando.
Is that a
I want to upset
person?
you. I want to upset you.
You are right.
I want to upset you.
That is good riddance to bad rubbish. Now, you see what is going on. And you see, I respect the media a lot because you are the only ones that really can look at things from the Nigerian people's perspective.
Yes. The
people, the leaders who you say are going to APC are discreditable, disgruntled people.
Yeah.
And these are the leaders, not the people. The governors are going. Look at their reasons for going. Each one of them, one by one, take the reason. Okowa.
Yes.
Blackmail. Coercion. If you commit crime, APC says, no matter your crime, come to APC and your sins are forgiven.
There'll be virtually nobody left if they did that. There'll be virtually nobody left.
That's why many of them are going.
So do you think they're threatened?
You know why Akpabio is in APC now?
No.
When he was in PDP, he had this 800 million or billion naira problem as governor. He went to Jonathan. Jonathan refused to protect him. Yorufa refused to go into EFCC. It wasn't only him. Nyako was another one. There were many of them at that point. All of them went to APC because Oshiomhole, the national chairman at the time, said, come to APC. What about
I'd like to make a correction. I've watched the Oshiomhole tape over and over again, and I think what he said was misinterpreted.
Okay.
He didn't say if you had a case of corruption, come and it will be wiped out.
What did he say?
Neither did he insinuate it. He said, yes, if you come, your sins are forgiven. He didn't mean sins of crime.
Yeah.
I've watched. I don't like.
What are the sins?
Wait a minute.
What is the sin now?
Political sins. He didn't. To be fair to him.
Look, my friend.
The thing has been misconstrued.
If you are fair to criminals,
yes,
then you are abetting and encouraging them. Don't be fair to criminals. Or Shomole.
Yes. He's not a criminal.
Ganduje, for saying that, he's a criminal.
He's not. I reject that.
Ganduje is saying the same thing now. We are going to capture this state by hook or crook. That's what they're doing.
But those are political.
Look, everybody who has been going to APC has been going for a reason. Either they embezzle money. Look at Obani Koro. Why did Koro go to APC?
I don't know. He hasn't been charged because he's not been found guilty. I can't go on there and say because he embezzled money.
Let me tell you why Koro went to APC.
Yes.
He was accused.
Yes.
Alleged to have stolen money.
Yes.
In cahoots with Fayoshe.
Yes.
When the pressure became too much and they didn't get any support from Jonathan, he went to APC. Tinubu about.
Are
you saying?
Is there anybody that is left behind that you can say hasn't been suspected or accused of stealing money?
When they feel.
Is there anybody?
When anybody feels.
Yes.
That their problem has come to a point. Wait. Whereby PDP cannot protect them in FCC. They go to APC.
This is a PDP that has not paid his ground rent for 20-something years.
That's another issue. It is.
How does that? You see, a lot of us who are not in partisan politics, we are looking for genuine people who can confront the party in power, and we keep getting frustrated daily. PDP that we thought would counter the APC, they are living in droves.
They're not living in droves.
What is left?
The governor, you remember 2015, how many people left PDP?
Yes.
To go to APC, to form APC.
Yes.
That was droves, not now. And then we still survived. 2019, the next election after 2015, Atiku, if he didn't win, he nearly did. He did very well. So PDP will not crumble. If you are genuinely interested in PDP surviving and taking over from APC, I guarantee you'll be very happy after we've had our national convention.
Which will be when?
August of this year.
Just round the corner.
Yes. After today's meeting, Jimmy, today's May 27 NEC meeting. Pardon? Where? In Abuja.
In Abuja.
They've shut down your secretariat.
So what?
No, they can have a meeting.
Is that the only building we have?
You can rent an hotel.
We don't need to rent anything.
But why didn't
we have other buildings?
Wait, Dr. Pierre.
We have Legacy House. We have the PDP Institute. We have the governor's mansion where we can have. It's all been arranged. Today's meeting is taking place. In spite of Wike's attempt. You guys,
what do you call Wike's attempt? The party has been irresponsible in not paying.
I know.
A party that had formed the government at some point in time is not paying ordinary ground rent. And you say Wike's attempt.
Let me tell you.
There's no Wike fan here, but in this case, Wike is right.
Two wrongs don't make it right. Why now?
What do you mean, why now?
Why is Wike coming now?
So for how long would you pay ground rent?
No. We have been effective.
And your government have been harassing other people to pay ground rent.
Look, yes. It is wrong.
It's wrong.
Yes.
I'm glad.
No doubt about it.
In this case, Wike is right.
Now.
Yes, he's right.
To come and seal now.
For how long? For how long
anyway,
had you go
Wike cannot be right because everything Wike does is to scuttle PDP, to dismantle PDP, to give the impression
to use your language. That's politics. He's no longer a member of your party. I mean, that's obvious. Should be obvious to you. He might still be carrying a card.
Well, he says he's a member.
He says he's a member.
Yeah, but
why
is
it so difficult for the party to handle Wike? What's so special about him?
It is not a question of being special. The problem with PDP is PDP works according to the law, the Constitution. We do not force people. We do not have Team Lagos to go and execute people. We follow the law. We do Wike is hanging himself. We've given him enough room to defend himself. He has eventually said, just 2 days ago, why he has a problem with Makinde and the PDP. You saw that?
He pulled out of the agreement. That's what was
Listen, okay, you know yourself. You say, okay, this is political language. So you don't know when political language. What is agreement? Wike said, one, this is what he calls an agreement to. This is his own interest. This is what he wants. He wants PDP to reinstate Anyanwu.
Yes.
The man that all the organs of the PDP have rejected, including the southeast section of PDP that elected him into office. They have rejected him. The BOT of the party has rejected him. The NEC of the party has rejected him. The National Committee has rejected him. He wants us to bring him back because he's doing his job to dismantle PDP from within. We say no. We say no. Number two, he's saying the court case we have against the government of Tinubu in Rivers State.
Yes.
That the state of emergency is wrong, that we want Fubara to go back as the governor. He said we should withdraw the case. He's a madman. I think he's crazy.
Please, you won't say that. Please withdraw that statement.
No, I won't withdraw it.
Then you won't continue.
You are not the one.
No, you cannot say. You cannot go on national radio and say somebody is a madman. I will not accept it.
Okay, I withdraw the statement.
Very good. Thank you very much. We'll open up our lines now, 0201, and I do apologize for that, 0201-2770-993. And the female line is 0201-465-7190. I think we already have some callers. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, go on.
Well, please remember our rules of engagement, please. So let's be very careful.
Yeah, Chief, good morning, sir.
It's Dr. Tokubo Pierce.
Okay, Chief Doctor.
Please move on quickly. We don't have
quick one, sir.
This time for all this. Yes.
I'm speaking for myself. My name is Christopher Onwuka.
Yes.
I always say to Nigerians that PDP is the only national party we have in Nigeria. Yeah. I hear some people, PDPs are dead and buried. God will never answer such prayers. Please, Doctor, you should try and put your house in order.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's one of your big supporters, I assume. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Good morning, Dr. Tokumbo. Now, this is very simple. Just ask Atiku to... He has tried. He has done his best for Nigeria. He wants to do his best.
Yes.
As an elder statesman, he can allow somebody like Peter Obi be the figurehead for PDP, and maybe somebody from the northern region come as vice. That's the only way PDP is going to win this upcoming election. Any other thing that we're deceiving ourselves.
Thank you. Let me ask you, is Atiku still a member of the PDP?
Oh, yes. What is...
But he's in talks with the alliance people.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother you?
No. Look. Atiku is looking for ways to displace this administration that has been disastrous to Nigeria. That's all he's doing. Whichever way, is Obi doing the same thing. So all of them are doing the same thing.
Yes.
So
the PDP supports Atiku in what he's doing?
No. You see, It is Atiku individually who is going to form the coalition.
Yes.
PDP is not for... PDP announced it months ago. The Governors Forum announced that they are not forming any coalition. We are too strong a party. We are the only party that is in every state of the federation, every nook and corner. And don't forget, the only reason people are saying PDP is because we were so strong for so many years.
Yeah.
Some of our leaders even got into their head that they're going to be there for 60 years. That is why now people are looking at us and saying, it's like Man City, if you follow football.
Football, yes.
Because Man City didn't win the Premier League, people are saying, oh, Man City is dead. I knew months ago, the way I saw the way Man City, I said, this group is going to do well. Now they are number 3 or number 4.
Yes.
This is the same thing with PDP. We may not be as good as we used to be, But for goodness sake.
But there are chances that you will come back.
We are the only ones that can tackle this administration. There's no other party.
Do you seriously think, back again to Makinde, I believe that the PDP, whatever is, I'm sorry to use the word, left of them, yes, I believe that they probably might have the muscle to fight back. What do you see as Makinde's chances in that kind of arrangement?
If Makinde wins the primaries.
That's what I'm saying. What do you see his chances as winning the primaries?
Well, Jimmy, ask yourself.
Yes.
Who is there in PDP today to contest against him except Atiku? And if Atiku is zoned out of the election, for instance, in August, when we have our convention, we are going to elect a substantive national chairman.
Yes.
To replace Damagun, who is acting.
Yes.
It is very likely that national chairman will come from the north. If that happens, we learned from the 2023 nonsense that we did, allowing everybody to run. We say, okay, the north has taken the national chairmanship. The presidency will only be within southerners who want to run. So if Obi likes himself, he should come back to PDP now and run. And if he wins, he wins. Don't say we should give him. We don't give anybody any
No, I'm
ticket.
not saying you should give him, but hypothetically, let's just have a bit of fun. If Obi does come back to the PDP, is Makinde going to step down for him?
No. People don't
do
step
you
down.
think? No, okay,
Why
fine.
should he step down?
Next question would be: do you think Makinde could defeat an Obi under that circumstance?
I believe so.
Okay.
But if Abi thinks he can win, let him come. You see, this is what is politics. This is why I understand it, and I don't have any problem with politics because people are saying, Atiku should step down. He shouldn't run. He's too old. No. If the constitution of the party and the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria allows him to run, then he will run.
But
if he wins, he wins.
Fair
He's
enough.
not likely to win now.
Fair enough. But
that's the point.
Don't you think that it's time we looked back downwards to much younger people to run, for God's sake?
Jimmy,
I'm just saying.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
In politics, don't tell somebody not to run. What you do is you make sure that he doesn't win.
Yeah.
So all these young people you are talking about, let them come. This is why Makinde is such a potential.
Oh, he's a young man, come to think of it.
Compared to all these old guys now, Atiku could be his father. He's 57 years old.
You know, when it comes to age, we have to be very careful. In Nigeria,
Makinde is...
I recently said that.
Makinde is 57 years old.
Certified.
We know the school. We know the primary school he went to, the secondary school he went to. Unlike this Makinde, we know when he graduated from the University of Lagos.
I'm a supporter. He went to UDLAC. Sorry,
a degree in electrical engineering.
Yes.
The first job he had was at Shell, doing his youth service. He kept on working in the oil industry.
Oil company jobs doesn't guarantee anything. But let's go there.
No.
Not anymore.
From there, he has become an oil and gas engineer.
Those are no guarantees anymore.
Guarantees for what?
When you say because he works in a law company, that authenticates his background. It doesn't.
No. It's part of his experience.
And
then look at the way he works.
Okay.
You are comparing him to...
No, I'm not comparing him to anybody. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
This is Malik speaking.
Malik, thank you.
A quick one to the guests in the studio.
Yes.
Is it right for us to look at the background of the candidates before we vote, or we should leave whatever people say about the candidates? For example, you talked about Makinde. I will tell you to check Makinde when he was running a company called Macom. And you can see the reason why I wouldn't support him to run as the president of Nigeria. Good morning, sir.
You want to say anything about that?
I don't know that he has a bad record as the president of that company. All I have seen is that he has been a very successful businessman. He declared his assets coming in as governor.
Okay.
In the billions. We've never seen that before in the history of Nigeria because he didn't make his money from taxing the people. He didn't make his money from politics.
But we need to be careful because we've also had people who walked to the answer, who declared something so that by the time they're declaring the assets where they are going, it will balance up. So
that is true. That is true, but let them declare. Most of them can't even declare.
Most of them can't fill a form.
So he declared. Now, the point also is, whatever company he has had, he has been very successful as a businessman. That's all. And he didn't make his money from politics by being a government official. That's not the way he made his money. So, and that's one reason why he's been very effective in Oyo State. He doesn't need to use the people's money put in his pocket. He can use the government money and don't have to tamper with the people's money, invest everything in the government. That's the problem we've had in Lagos State, whereby we don't have enough of our money invested in the state. We have the leader of the party in Lagos State pocketing the money, using it for elections.
We can't, Dr. Pierce, let's be very careful. We are bound by legal things. We can't make statements like that on air, which we cannot substantiate.
You are not the one making the statement.
Yes, but I'm equally liable. I'm equally liable.
Okay.
And I'm not a member. The PDP can get a lawyer for you. I'm a Elegbe. I don't have money to give any.
We will get a lawyer for you too.
No lawyer after the first day go run. 9:50. Can I take one more call? Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Owolafe. Good morning, doctor.
Morning, Mr.
Good morning.
Owolafe. Quickly.
Yeah. The question I want to ask.
Yes.
The first thing, PDP owed this state for 28 governors at that time. Why are they not maintaining it?
They want
that time. And now, let me learn so that I can drop the call, please. The second one is that I want to let you know one thing.
Yes.
The problem the PDP have is between them. They can't organize, and that is why. And secondly, all those governors in Nigeria, the money they are received now, they can't believe it. And that is 8 years of Tinubu will compete, no matter anyhow.
Okay.
I'm just telling you the truth, sir.
Well, I wanted to get a clear indication on his first point, but he didn't want to.
No, I'll tell you what he said.
Yes.
He said PDP had
28 governors. Okay.
And why couldn't they maintain it?
Okay, do you have any quick reaction because we have to go?
This is politics. PDP was in government for 16 years. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. By the time we got to the 16 years, we have become overconfident.
Yes.
And we had problems. In 2015 was when we began to go down. What happened was Jonathan had spent 2 years of Yaradua and 4 years of his own, and he said he wanted to contest again. The Northerners mainly said he cannot contest, and he refused, and he did not allow anybody to pick up nomination form, so he went on alone, and they deserted the party.
Well,
so that's why we lost so much.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you very much. A quick comment, though. This notion that governors are getting more money, if you put it to real analysis, what is the value of the money that you are getting? We all know that the 1,000 naira of 2-3 years ago is probably worth 8,000-9,000 naira now, if not more. So in value, they might not be getting more. They haven't had, some of them are still owing salaries in spite of that. So this notion that
should not be the issue. The issue should be whatever you are getting. Are you spending it?
Are you spending it because of the value?
No, are you spending it? That's the point. Whatever how small it is, are you spending it on the people?
Okay,
on
Dr.
developing your community?
You are coming back again.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you back again. Today's been very tough. That's why we'll end it for today. I've been speaking to Dr. Tokubo. Yes, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to run to the toilet to dislodge a few things. It's been a tough one. Thank you very much, Dr. Pierce.
Thank you.
So we'll be back tomorrow at the same time, hopefully 7:30 and 9 with the Sheriff. And until then, stand by. What's Up Lagos comes up next. So don't go away.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info.
But the people responsible for that, can they be brought to book?
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.